Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, and welcome to a special episode of the Shatter After. I'm Brandon Alvarado, Scarlet Fan here, and of course, I am joined by the one and only Mike Thomas.
What's good, everybody?
And we got the amazing gift that we got a screener from Hulu for the one and only Halloween special, the Paloni Show Halloween Special, or what is it, the Paloni's
Yeah, the
Halloween
Paloni Show.
Special? The Paloni Show Halloween Special. From the mind of Justin Roiland, which is the co-creator of Rick and Morty, voices Rick and Morty, and a bunch of other uh, characters. Co-creator of Solar Opposites, and overall dark humor and dark comedy and crazy mind that is Justin Roiland. We get a interesting mix of vignettes and shorts in this actual 1 hour long special, which works as an exhibition or like a film festival kind of,
Yeah,
where they just present these like an art exhibition. And of course, it has a very unique Justin Roiland kind story that links everything together with original characters. And we got the screener from Hulu, so we're previewing it. This is a non-spoiler review of the Paloni Show Halloween special, and we're excited to bring you our thoughts because, oh boy, this is crazy. So, without further ado, Mike, let's start this. The
yeah,
Paloni's Show Halloween special. You saw this. What were your thoughts? General idea.
yeah. So the Paloni Show is it's a very fascinating special because Justin Roiland has already been working with Hulu. They have Solar Opposites, which is a great series. So it was very fascinating getting the trailer and then watching the screener for it and seeing that, like you said, original characters, original ideas. He's not just saying, "Oh, this could have very well been a Solar Opposites Halloween special,"
Right.
but they didn't go that direction, which I think
Yep.
opened up a ton of great opportunities. Like, it's just a really great showcase of animation when you think about it. It's like
Yeah.
some of the stories don't always hit, but I love how they use different animation styles for specific shorts, and it's just really a great showcase and entry into the bizarre mind of Justin Roiland. Because if you've watched Rick and Morty, if you watch Solar Opposites, we get some weird stuff in those, but yeah,
Yes.
it's just off the walls in the Paloni Show.
Yeah.
So not going into too much detail about specifics, but I just think it's a really great showcase for animation, which makes for a really entertaining, 1 hour special.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you mentioned the idea that new characters open the possibilities to try different things and right and to do
Right.
different things because when you have established characters, right, um, you're kind of building a certain box for yourself, which is kind of one of the biggest things that Rick and Morty was criticizing throughout the entirety of season 5, right?
Right.
Where the fact that all the fans, all the Reddits, all the Twitter users, everybody were putting Rick and Morty creators in a box, and the creators just went, no, we're gonna do this. But of course, then they gave us what we kind of wanted, but still, it's awesome. Actually, that was season 4. Season 4 was the one they were criticizing. Season 5, where they got back to great original Rick and Morty adventures. But yeah, I
Back to
love the
formula.
fact back to formula. Um, but yeah, the great thing about the Poloni show is that it shows us. I mean, we all knew that Justin Roiland was not a one-trick pony,
Right.
right? We knew this from the start. He's super talented as a voice actor, super talented, whippy, and I love how I can just imagine him running these kind of dialogues within himself as he's changing from different characters throughout the show, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Something that we've seen him do already, but I love that that we're able to still see him do it in a different show. Correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't seen Solar Opposites. Does he play multiple characters in Solar Opposites as well?
Of course. And that's what
Of course.
that's what
Of
makes it,
course.
it that's what makes it kind of hard though. Like as cool as that is, I still hear Morty when I hear a lot of these characters.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's still like there, like specifically the main brother, which is a Leroy, the oldest of the Polonies.
Yeah.
He has the stutter. Like you can hear like the Morty stutter.
Yeah.
Like in every voice he has like the little stutter thing, which is again trademark of Roiland. And but I love how he was able to do this, and it felt fresh,
Hmm.
something new. I'm pretty confident that I could tell that he had a blast making this,
Yeah.
which is what really made it enjoyable, right? Because it has that energy that he brings to everything that he does, which makes a lot of what he does very entertaining. Now, going back to the very nature of this feels, it's built like I mentioned before, it's built like a film festival, right?
Right.
Where
Yeah.
he's just hosting the Oscars. No, it feels like a film festival where he's showcasing all these different creators, which all different creators, different art styles, different stories that none have to do with each other. The main theme is Halloween or scares or spooky stories. Some of them are like horrifying, other of them are just uncomfortable. Um, and I found interesting that you said that not all of them hit, right?
Hmm.
And but I think that's kind of the point also, right? Because not everybody has the same taste
Right.
for humor. Nobody has the same taste of dark comedy, because there's dark comedy and there's dark comedy, you know?
Yeah.
And I like that he created a stage where not only as and those that know a little bit of his story, not that I know all the details, but he started with a bunch of buddies just doing videos and just doing really simple animation stuff or whatever. Like he's been doing this whenever, like, Rick and Morty didn't come out of nowhere. He used to have a show that he did, The Adventures of the Doc and Marty, I think, or something like that. Which is, you can see, is very lo-fi animation, but that's where those characters started to grow and develop.
The bones were
So
there for sure.
exactly. So I do love that he's kind of using his platform to give entryway to all of these other artists, which actually in and of itself is inspiring. You know, he's showing off other people's work because he believes in the work that other people are creating.
Yeah.
So it's like his way. It's like it's philanthropy up to a point, right?
Yeah.
And also admiration for other artists. So I like that quality of him as a creator. And some of the best creators do help other creators move forward. And I like how he's creating this stage. And I really would love this to be an annual thing where he just does these special with the Polonis, right?
Yeah.
And just brings different people in to do different kinds of animation. And it's great because I'm 34. You're what, 25?
25.
Right?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of an age gap also, but we all grew up with Cartoon Network, right?
Of course.
And this reminds me, and like a lot, like Courage, like some of the animations in this sequence of events, I have a lot of feels for Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I have a lot of feels from Courage the Cowardly Dog, like especially the way they would depict like commercials and humans, that weird animation. There's a little bit of that too. There's a little bit of Mission Hill here as well. Like there's a little bit of all those different kinds of adult animation that have been very popular in the past 15 years, and I like they're being showcased in different ways here. And there's also stuff here that's very exotic, like
I'm glad you
but it's
mentioned Cartoon Network though, right?
yeah.
Because it reminds me of the 90s, and you remember this. You would remember this a little better than I would. But I'm pretty sure Cartoon Network would have moments where they would have like a showcase where they would have animators or new cartoonists pitch ideas, and like we have the Powerpuff Girls pilot, the Dexter's Lab pilot,
Yep.
all air it at once essentially, and it's like
Yep.
whatever sticks. And I think that's kind
Right.
of a fun idea, right? Giving
Yep.
giving them the opportunity to do something, even if
Yeah.
it doesn't become a series. At least it got on Cartoon Network, which by itself I feel is a victory for any creator.
Yes, and it's on Hulu,
Yeah.
which one of the cool things about Hulu. Not only do they have like multiple channels of content, right? The variety of content there is pretty big. Also for American animation too, specifically. You know, like Netflix does have a lot of big American animation studios, stuff like that. But like when everybody looks at Netflix and American animation, all they see is FS Family and Big Mouth. There's not really like there's a lot more stuff there, but it's either derivative from other places, right? Um, a lot of the adult stuff, because of course all the Fox stuff and stuff like that, a lot of the or FX has been in Hulu, but I like that it's at Hulu. It's in that house because what they're doing is actually pretty awesome with animation.
Yeah.
But yeah, this it's almost 10 shorts, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's around 10 different
And
shorts plus the main through line of the Palonis.
right, and which by the way, it's hilarious. And I love how all the shorts are like their own thing. They're like 3, maybe 4 minutes long.
Yeah.
I think maybe the longest one is maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Um,
roughly.
and
They go pretty quick, man. You know.
Yeah,
They pack a lot of punch too.
and they introduce in the most awkward of situations.
Yes.
But I also like how the Polonis, which is the main, right, the platform, right, the platform story,
They're
because
our
you can
hosts
say
of the evening, essentially.
they're the host of the evening. I love the 4 wall breaks.
Yes.
I love the gratefulness, and then the insulting towards Hulu, which is hilarious.
Yeah. It's great. It reminds me of how Animaniacs kind of treated
Yes.
their run
Yes.
on Hulu, right? When the reboot happened, they're very much like, oh, you can't keep rebooting franchises, and then the Hulu check comes in. It's like, oh, guess we're doing this. And it's like it's the same style of humor, and I just think it's funny how that's a through line of Hulu animation. It's just kind of bizarre, but it's pretty funny. I'm glad you mentioned Hulu's focus on like adult animation and this being a turning point for them, kind of dipping their toes into that. Let's not forget that Hulu's owned by Disney. So that's also just like, thank God Disney is still doing something in the animation space, no matter where it is, no matter where it's hosted, because it's important. It's a great art form. And, recently animation, especially in the West, has taken a hit by some other studios that probably will not be named today. But
Not today.
that I'm just glad that this can exist, whether you loved all of the jokes or not. Animation is amazing. This was a terrific venture, terrific project, and like you said earlier, Brandon, I'd be down for whatever Roiland and the crew want to do for Halloween, for Christmas. Specials are great.
Yeah, and they're so creative, and I'm not asking for the Paloni show, even though it'd be cool, but I love the Palonis like being like just like Jerry Lewis was during all the MDA like marathons, right? Or donation thons or whatever they were called, right?
Yeah.
Once a year everybody would call, make donations to the MDA fund or whatever, but he would host these they were either play movies or you have artists and all this stuff. That is something that you rarely see anymore, right?
Right.
I mean, you see award shows, but you don't rarely see that kind of show. So he's kind of like bringing that back with such life in it. Even though the characters look weird, but
Yeah, that's another staple, right? The Rick
Yeah.
and Morty art style is very strong here.
yes. Now I do the last little bit, because of course we can't spoil anything because we want you guys to enjoy the Paloni Show Halloween Special. Is that I love the commentary towards horror genre as a whole.
Yeah.
It's super awesome. It's super creative. The fourth wall communication with the audience is perfect. Everything feels earned when it happens, and they don't take it for granted. And you can sense the freedom with every word that's spoken. Like it's not like they're handcuffed to something. They're just going for it, and it's great. You guys got to check out the Paloni Show Halloween Special. It's awesome. There's a lot for everybody. Even if you don't like one short or two shorts, trust me, you can have, if you love Joyce and Roiland's stuff, and you love what he does with Solo Vanity Card, which is the name of the company, right? I think it is. Whatever they do, like Rick and Morty, Solar Opposites, if you love that crowd, you're gonna enjoy it. And from the shorts, you're going to come out with at least one of them or two of them being your favorites, because there's a little bit for everybody. And that's the point of a showcase like this, right? That artists have a platform to show their craziest, darkest stories, but also put a smile on your face, because either it's super weird or super awkward, or it's both, and it's awesome. So
Yeah.
but there's so much variety. It's great.
There's a ton of variety, and again, like you said though, if you're a fan of Justin Roiland, you should have a fun time. That said, if you have not liked Solar Opposites or Rick and Morty or anything else from Justin Roiland,
Stay away.
It's probably not going to be for you.
Correct. If you feel happier just going back to Dexter's Laboratory, you can go back to Jenny Tartakovsky or whatever. It's not, I don't want to say, because I don't want to like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to isolate it from people, right?
Yeah.
But it is, if you like Justin Roiland's work, then you're going to feel comfortable with this show.
Exactly.
If you don't, it's going to be something different. So, maybe I don't know, grab a beer.
Yeah, it's what we want from spooky season, right? There's a lot of scares, there's a lot of jokes. It's dark humor at times, but it's a fun time. That's what we love about the holidays.
Yeah, man. So there you go, guys. October 17th, 2022. That is the date that the Paloni Show Halloween Special premieres. It premieres exclusively on Hulu. Make sure you check it out. If you enjoy it as much as we did, let us know in the comments below. If you didn't like it, that's fine. We liked it.
Let us know in the comments below. Feed the algorithm.
Let us know in the comments below. But here's the thing, though. A lot of people love Rick and Morty. A lot of people love Solar Opposites. So I really hope that it does so well that we get another Paloni show next year.
Ooh-wee. That's my Mr. Poop.
Oh, jeez.
No, but again, thanks to Hulu for providing the review screeners to cover the Paloni show. It was a blast. Make sure
Thank you, adult mouse.
Make sure you guys check out the Paloni show on Hulu the day it comes out, like Brandon said, on the 17th. Yeah, fun times. The scares continue here on the Chatter After, because we've got a lot more content coming up this month. It's our busiest month of the year, surprisingly.
Exactly. And we still have our heads on, which I don't understand. We got Train to Busan, one of the best zombie films to ever be made.
Yes.
We have Constantine. We're preparing to hopefully do a special episode for you guys, which we don't want to say anything yet, because hopefully we're able to get the band together to get it done. But we got a great stuff coming on for the rest of October. Hang out with us and check us out here at The Shatter After. If you want to look it up on Twitter, at The Shatter After. But make sure you go to the Novice Cinephile Network. Go to the Novice Cinephile channel and click on the like button, subscribe, so you can check all our episodes of The Shatter After, so you don't miss any single one. Mike, if people wanted to find you, where can they?
At Novice Cinephile on Twitter, youtube.com/Novice Cinephile, and over at the Amateur Otaku Podcast, youtube.com/The Amateur Otaku. We are covering so much stuff, live streams every Sunday night.
Yes.
We have Bleach and Chainsaw Man coming up. Chainsaw Man, it's a doozy. It was a zombie episode for episode 1. So if you guys are into scares, check out Chainsaw Man. Come stop by the live streams so we can talk about it on Sunday night.
You can find me at the Scarlet Fan 52 on Twitter. And guys, stay awesome and keep watching movies. Peace. Watch the Palonis. Woo! Do a Die Hard.